Here I am at Steve Dinan in Morgan Hill, California, next to Dinan's. It might be even your personal M5.
This is my personal M5. It's also my favorite BMW.
It is,
so
perfect.
I'm an M5 guy.
Perfect, nice to hear. So we're gonna first now talk about what's available current for the M5 and also the future plans. I've heard now I recently got confirmed that a stroker engine will be available.
You can even video it. How's that?
That's good.
Stand back there right now. Yeah, the products that are currently available for the M5 are front and rear stress brace, wheels, four-wheel brake kit, suspension system, let's see, differential gears, rear exhaust, throttle bodies, and software. I think that's everything that's available for the car right now. I think it's like 8 or 9 things.
Yeah, throttle bodies is the newest part of these.
Software's the newest thing.
Yeah, so that's right.
It's been out for about 9 months.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Last winter. Future things that are coming still are a cold air intake with larger air mass meter.
Yep.
Camshafts. Middle exhaust section. And then a 5.7 liter stroked and board natural aspirated motor.
And yeah, that's right. For the E39 M5, you actually had cams. You could actually change the cams, but that was not included in the S2 package.
It was an option on the S2
package. It was an option?
Yeah, this is going to be included in the S2 package. When we build the motor, it's going to be in the engine as well.
Yes, in the stroker engine, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you will not be able just to change cams?
We will. We're going to offer the cams separately on the stock motor.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then we're going to offer cams in the engine as well.
Oh, so it will be like a S2 package will have the cams and the S3 like a stroker package.
Right. The S2 package is going to be the gears, both exhaust sections, cold air intake, air mass meter, throttle bodies, and camshafts, and it's going to make between 50 and 60 horsepower.
And wheels as well, I guess?
Yeah. Wheels, yeah.
And no brakes?
And a suspension kit. Brakes are always an option.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because of the cost. And the brakes are pretty good on the car, really.
Yeah, better than on the E39. Of course, you have to say that.
You gotta have them because they look cool.
So that's good news. So cams, actually, yeah, we've seen some of how the change cams perform on some of.
Yeah, we haven't finished all the dyno work, but somewhere between 10 and 15 horsepower is what we think the cams will be.
Yep, and in addition with all of the other kits, the complete S2 package will add maybe 40 horsepower.
We think about 50 or 60.
Okay.
The S2 package, and then the gearing is 7.5%. Plus, we go down to 30 series aspect ratio tires from 35.
Yep.
That's another 2%. So it's about a 20% change.
Yeah.
Acceleration between the gearing, the tires, and the S2 package. So big gain.
And with those cams, you will also have 8,400 RPM rev limiter.
Yeah, rev limiter raised 8,400 RPM, and the speed delimiter is disconnected so that it hits natural red line in top gear.
Yeah, that sounds good. Also, the differential will be included in the S2 package?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, so raised rev limiter and another differential, which makes sense.
Yeah, the differential is about 40% of the gain, acceleration about 60% of it will come from the engine power.
Yep.
Now, we'll add to all those parts the stroked and board motor of 5.7 liters, which then bumps up to 620 horsepower. And that's with the gearing, that's about a 35% change in acceleration. So,
yes.
Pretty serious gain.
620 horsepower. That sounds.
Yeah, we can go take a look at it. It's back here in the stand.
What a response!
Isn't that amazing?
So here we have Steve next to the Dinan M6, but yeah, it's basically looks stock now. It has the stock brakes, but we're going to talk about the upcoming plans for the M6 as well. Same as the M5 in short.
Yeah, this is
simply faster.
This is our M6 development car, and all the same products will be available: 550 horsepower S2 and a 620 horsepower S3. Except the car weighs less and has lower center of gravity and is more aerodynamic, so
yeah,
should be even faster. We're also going to be racing an M6 and in Grand Am GT next year. Oh, cool. Dinan is.
Wow.
So it's going to be a full-blown race car though. Two-frame carbon composite bodywork.
And with a stroker engine, or?
Rules require us to be 5 liters.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is there a horsepower limit also?
So, what's that? They don't give you a horsepower limit. They give you specifications inside the engine that limit how much development you can do. So yeah, the street car will be faster than the race car.
Wow.
Of course. Wow.
There's no limits on the street car, you know. We'll have 2 prototype cars running next year and 1 GT car. Right on, Grant.
Oh.
Well, is that that car that won with your engine?
Yeah, we won a few.
Yeah, you had a great success. What's different with what's different with that engine? That S62.
That's an M5 engine,
Yeah,
S62.
S62.
engine,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything in it's different. I mean, the only thing that's
Okay.
original is the casting on the block and the head. The same
Okay.
GT car as well.
But if you're a customer and rolls up with your Z8 here or M5 and say, hey, I want that engine, it's doable?
Yeah, actually, we did one.
Oh, you did? Yes, for a
It was
Z8?
in Montana.
That's right.
The Z8, we put a prototype motor in it.
So that was a identical engine to the one you raced with.
Yeah, it doesn't have the dry sump system. Other than that, it all the same parts in as the race engine.
And if I ask for the price, I cannot afford it, I guess.
I think it was 70,000 for the converter.
For I mean,
Which really, considering what it is, it's not that bad.
and
S2, sorry, just S2. S2
We have a designation of Sport 1, Sport 2, Sport 3. If the number gets bigger, the car's faster. That's really all. It's just some way to break it. Here's a group of parts that go together.
it's a package.
It's a package is what it really means.
Is there such a thing as an S1 for the M5?
Yes, we have an S1 too, and that's what the white car is now. Yeah, except it'll have the colder intake on the S1. It's not done yet.
And how will the cold air intake be on the M6 and M5? Will you have a extra? Will you see it from the front?
Two big intakes on it. And
Yes,
and
yeah.
we ran our CFD testing and pressure depth testing. The air intake had plenty of flow.
Yeah.
But the air filter is very restrictive, and the air mass meter is very restrictive.
Yeah, you check the air mass meter and you throw away the
I
charcoal
can show you
fillers.
some digital pictures of it on the computer, but basically it's going to have a larger air filter assembly, a larger plenum box for the air filter housing, still sealed out of plastic like we always do, so it doesn't get hot like you make them out of metal, and it'll be sealed so it still gets ram air. And they'll have a larger air mass meter that are interchangeable, so you can put a bigger one on with the engine.
But they don't want to be visible from outside as...
No, when you open the hood, the top it's going to be made out of carbon fiber.
Ooh, nice.
And then it'll be injection molded plastic on the bottom 3/4. I can show you. I got
Yeah,
it
we
back here on the
see the kit.
computer.
Okay, thanks for the 5.7 liter conversion.
Yeah. 83 millimeters of stroke. The car comes with 75, so we're upping the stroke 8 millimeters. We have 2 engines running right now, one with 1 millimeter bore increase, one with 2 millimeter bore increase. So one's a 5.7 liter, one's a 5.8 liter. And the reason we're testing them both is when you make the cylinder wall thinner, you get bore distortion.
Yep.
And you get blow-by, and sometimes a bigger motor makes less power than a smaller motor because
Oh,
it's
really?
blow-by.
So,
Bigger is not necessarily always better. It'll also consume more oil too, so the question is which one is superior? I don't know the answer to that question yet, but when I'm done testing, that's the one that will be in production.
okay, 5.7 or 5.8. Yeah, let's...
Because what really after is the horsepower number, not the displacement.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the old thing that some people think if you keep raising the boost and the turbocharger, supercharger will make more power. Not necessarily.
No.
Depends on whether you can fuel it properly. You know, can the heat exchangers deal with the heat? Is the octane of the fuel high enough to take advantage of the boost?
Will the electronic oil dipstick be affected? I guess not.
Well, exactly. So this is a forging.
Yeah.
It's not like a welded crank or a billet crank. It's basically just looks like an OE part, just different stroke.
Yeah, and as you told me, you basically ordering from the OEM manufacturer
Supplier,
or from supplier from...
Same thing with the pistons. And the only thing that's made in America is the rods. We're using Carrillos.
Yep.
The rest of the internal parts are made by original equipment suppliers. Because we think Carrillos are the best.
Yeah.
So. We like it so much when this S2 is done necessarily drag racing. It's a stock car.